You might think what's holding you back is discipline, willpower, or consistency. But what if it's something much deeper, something invisible? The truth is, most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they have no vision pulling them forward. You can have the perfect plan, the right supplements, and the best intentions, but without a clear, emotionally charged vision of your future self, you'll always feel stuck, forcing yourself to stay motivated. And here's what's wild: research shows that people who create a vivid mental picture of their ideal health double their success rate compared to those who just set goals. So today, we're breaking down the science of vision, how it rewires your brain, aligns your habits with your values, and helps you create unstoppable momentum. So let's get into it. Now, why vision beats willpower? The research shows that vision based health approaches lead to 65 to 80% adherence versus only 30 to 40% for goal setting alone. And the reason? Visions connects you to emotions, which leads to purpose and which leads to behavior change. And the reason is because vision connects you to emotion, which connects you to purpose, which will drive your behavior. And that's because you can't move towards what you can't see. Because a vision gives you a visual representation of what your goal actually is. So if you can't actually picture yourself actually achieving what it is that you want, you're less likely to achieve it. So that's why having a vision and a visual of yourself being able to achieve what it is that you're setting out to, especially when it comes to your health, right? If you can't see yourself healthy, then how do you expect that you're going to achieve that when you can't even see it? You can't even see yourself either being deserving or being able to obtain it. That's why it's really important to be able to have a vision. So the purpose of a vision is to set yourself a target or a direction of where it is that you're going, because a vision is always going to be future based, and you're always going to want to be able to picture yourself being able to achieve what it is that you're setting out to achieve. So when it comes to goal setting, you're just setting a target. When you have a vision, you can actually see yourself accomplishing it. You can see the steps that you're taking along the way. It'll drive more emotion and feelings into your body to make you feel like you can actually achieve it. And that's where that burning desire comes from for you to go and go after it. Go after your goals that you're setting out to take. So now a true vision is going to give you direction, purpose, and identity. It's going to help keep you grounded when things aren't going well, because it's really going to help you really feel more like you're able to accomplish what it is that you're actually setting out to do. That's why you want to be able to vision and see yourself, picture yourself being able to do it. It helps ensure that you're on target or on purpose, right, for what it is that you're trying to go after. And if you're not able to picture yourself becoming that, then you won't be able to adopt your new identity, because you're always going to be stuck in the past. Last time we talked about the predictable past as opposed to the future. So you're trying to recreate yourself in the future. You also have to be able to see yourself being able to be that way. So that's why having a vision is very important. So now, why does having a vision matter? It's because your brain needs clarity to create the changes that you want in your life. So how that helps is if you're able to see it in your mind, then it becomes achievable to your brain, to your subconscious mind, so that you can actually, like, your because your brain and your subconscious mind, it can't tell what is real or not real. So if you're able to visualize it in your mind and see yourself achieving that goal, then your subconscious mind is going to figure out ways or look for things that will help you achieve what it is that you set your mind to achieving. So when the destination is vague, then the path becomes unclear. That is what will cause you to be shaken out of the direction that you're trying to go. If you don't have the vision, then when problems arise, you're more likely to succumb to those problems because you're not solid in the direction that you're going, because you can't see it. So that's why vision is important. You being able to see it, see yourself achieving it, and the direction and how you're going to get it done, it solidifies it within your nervous system or within your body. When you're able to feel it, then you feel confident, even if the facts are not really showing that you're making the progress. If you feel like you are, you're more likely to continue on the path than if you were not to be able to connect to it. So there's just something that's able to help you overcome the obstacles, because you're going to get obstacles. And without a vision, discipline could lead you to burnout. If you can't see yourself achieving it and you don't have that deep-seated emotion tied to the vision, then it just becomes like a taxing effort, especially if you're not seeing the results that you're expecting. If you lack the vision of where you want to go or where you want to be, then you're more likely just to relying on willpower by itself is not going to be enough. You're going to end up giving up because you can't see the end result. That's why being able to vision and see it is very important. So now, what does the science say behind vision and how it actually works? So visualization activates neural circuits identical to real experiences. So this is based off of an article from Frontiers in Psychology in 2025. It increases dopamine based approach, motivation, and reward expectation. When you're able to visualize it in your mind, you actually feel you actually accomplishing the goals. It's been proven that to actually, so when you're able to visualize and see yourself achieving it, you're basically signaling to your brain to create a different experience for yourself. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a actual lived experience or something that's made up, that you make up in your mind. The brain and the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference. So that's why visualizing it and having a vision is just as powerful as actually accomplishing it in real life. In fact, a lot of professional athletes, especially elite athletes, they will play the game in their mind before they actually play the game the next day. They take reps by just visualizing the outcome that they really want. And that's very successful athletes do this. So if it's something that works for people that are at very high levels, so why not give it a try for yourself? So now, how do you get this done? So these are 7 elements of creating a powerful vision, right? So number 1, you want purpose. What is the why? Why is it that you want to accomplish what it is that you're trying to accomplish? Because you need it to be connected to you, and it has to be very emotional. That's why emotions are very important, because you need to feel it. So you need to have that burning desire to actually accomplish it. So what is your why? And number 2, it's alignment with your values. What truly matters to you? What is your why, and why does it truly matter to you? And it has to be in alignment with what you value. Because if it's not in alignment with your value, then it's not going to be congruent to who you are. So you want it to be in alignment with what you value, so that it becomes even more stronger, and it will propel you or pull you forward to actually accomplishing it. Number 3, future self visualization. How you move, how you feel, and how you live. You want to be able to picture yourself, be specific about these things, and know how you're going to move, how you're going to feel, how you're going to live your life. What is it going to look like to you? You need to know what it's going to look like. Number 4, strengths. So build on your wins and your unique abilities. What are things that you're good at? And concentrate on those things and then build on top of those. Use that as your foundation. And number 5, a support system. Have people that have accountability buddies, someone who's going to hold you accountable, whether maybe it's your wife or a sister or a brother or a parent or somebody, a friend. Have a workout partner, having somebody that is going to hold you accountable to what you say you're going to do, someone that's going to remind you of what the vision is, someone who's going to remind you of what the goal is, to help keep you grounded or centered. And then number 6, behavioral anchors. So what are your daily actions and what do they look like? Having a set schedule or set system that you have in place to follow. Also, Very important. And then last but not least, number 7 is having a growth mindset. How you will overcome inevitable setbacks. You want to be able to be flexible in your approach and also be looking to at setbacks as growth opportunities as opposed to actual failure. The problem that comes up is not failure, it's just feedback. If you look at it as feedback, you take it as, okay, that was not working. And now it's like, okay, what adjustments do I need to make? So having a growth mindset is being able to change the way that you look at it, a problem as not being a problem, but just as feedback telling you that you need to take a different approach. So now some statistics between visions versus goals. So now some statistics on vision versus goals. So now vision-based approaches lead to 60 to 80% adherence rate. Long-term success, 50 to 65%. And the mechanisms behind it is it's because it's emotional and neural activation. Now, when it comes to a SMART goal, you have a 30 to 40% adherence rate. Long-term success, 10 to 25%. And the mechanism behind that is just cognitive clarity. And then the last one is when you have no structure, you're just doing whatever. So unstructured, adherence rate is less than 20%. Long-term success, less than 10%. And this one is pretty obvious. Like there is really no emotional anchoring. That's why people that don't follow any of these approaches aren't very successful. Now, if you've been chasing motivation or waiting for the perfect plan, maybe what's missing isn't effort, it's vision. Start with a clear, emotionally charged picture of your healthiest, most vibrant self and let that vision pull you forward. Because when your vision is clear, your habits become obvious. And if you want help creating that vision, one that's aligned with your values, your goals, and your lifestyle, that's exactly what I help my clients do with my coaching. We don't just build plans, we build identity that follows through. In the next video, we'll be talking about being, who you must become to make that version, who you must become to make that vision a reality. Because when you shift from doing to being, that's when everything changes. Thanks for watching. And if this message resonated, drop a comment down below sharing what your vision looks like, or hit that like and subscribe button. And if you'd like to connect with me, just reach out. Check the description below to learn more and reach out if you'd like to work with me. And I will see you in the next one.